you are living just your business and not your life, then that's probably a good evaluation of the fact that your systems perhaps aren't working for you. And that is the reality of it, that we want to have the business that we want and the life that we want, and we should be working our way obviously to do that, because you don't want to spend all your time doing the things that you don't want to do. So I help people to live more, and that's do more of the things you want to do, less of the things that you feel you should do or you have to do. And a clear part of that is systems. But I say that part of that as well is to start with what you want your outcome to be, because you can create lots of systems and you can copy other people's systems, but ultimately if it's not doing what you need it to do to have a successful business and to get to do the things that you want to do, then you're wasting time, and ultimately you'll end up doing things that you don't want to do. So the first point is about being really clear about what you want your business and your life to look like. And I think often we don't know that because we don't really have the time to work it out, and it also doesn't quite work as we want it to, but we haven't got time to deal with it. And some of it is about taking a step back and having that time to plan out what you want it to be like before you start to think about creating those systems. Do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I'm actually working with a company right now that's a startup. Mm-hmm. And they are wondering how to get their systems in place. But the fact is they haven't worked with any clients yet. Mm-hmm. And so they're like, well, we can't put them in place. We can't put them in place. And I said, well, first off, systems are fluid. They're never going to be exact. I guess, McDonald's, right? McDonald's has a perfect system. It's not fluid. However, when we're an online business, there's a lot of those systems that are going to be fluid. They're going to be changing and adjusting as you figure out what actually works. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times people may think that their systems aren't working when they're just in a pivoting mode in their systems as well.
Absolutely. And, McDonald's were originally, they may not be now, they may have very tried and tested processes, but at the beginning they will have done that whole trial and error thing, because there's no point keeping doing things that aren't working for you. I have a podcast as well, and I use a really long project plan for every podcast that I do to make sure that I tick off all the things that I need to do. I've invited my guests, I've got their bios, I've sent them an email to confirm and all that sort of stuff. And I change that all the time. I probably change it once a month. And I used to go back and redo all the ones that I'd already got set up on the old system, but I don't do that now. But I do tweak it all the time. So if something doesn't work, I think, I won't do that the same next time. I'm going to do it differently. And then I change the process.